Most hikers carry a compass they've never actually used. And here's the one skill that changes that. So I hear from a lot of people, I've never used my compass, or I just use my phone. But here's the thing. There's a chance your phone is going to fail on a hike. Your battery might die, the signal could drop, or your offline maps don't load. Or maybe you drop your phone and the screen cracks. When one of these things happens, knowing how to navigate without your phone isn't just some kind of survival fantasy, it's basic hiker preparation. I'm Sean Flynn. I'm a licensed guide in New Hampshire and Maine, and I've been hiking, guiding, and teaching hikers how to navigate in the backcountry for 20 years. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to use a compass while hiking and why I think every hiker should know this skill. Let me first say that I'm not anti-phone. Phones are a great navigational tool. They're easy, they're accurate, they show your position on a map in real time. I use my phone as part of my navigational system, and most of the time, your phone is all you need. But here's the thing. Most of the time isn't all the time. Real navigation in the backcountry isn't about having a single good tool. It's about having layers of redundancy. Your phone is one layer. Your map and compass is another layer. And what's great about your map and compass is they don't need a charge or a signal. When you pair your phone or GPS with a map and compass working together, you have a system that makes you prepared. You're not dependent on any single tool. You always have a way to know where you are, know where you're going, and how to get back. That's how you can feel confident with your backcountry navigation. And all of this starts with knowing how to use your compass. The single most useful compass skill for hikers is taking a bearing. So what's a bearing? A bearing is just a direction expressed as a number of degrees. North is 0 or 360 degrees. East is 90. South is 180. West is 270. Let me show you exactly how to take a bearing. So first, hold the compass flat with two hands. And for a standard base plate compass, we want to hold it out at a 45-degree angle down from our eyes so that we can see the needle and we can lock the compass into our body. We want the direction of travel arrow, that's this arrow on the base plate of the compass, to point in the same direction as our body. Now, inside the housing of our compass, the magnetic needle floats freely, and the red end will point towards magnetic north. Now look at the direction you want to go. Let's say we want to know the direction this trail is running. So again, holding our compass with both hands, point the direction of travel arrow of the compass down the trail. Without moving the compass, rotate the bezel until the arrow inside the housing lines up with the magnetic needle. Some people remember this as putting red Fred in the shed. Now, we can pick up our compass and read the number on the bezel where the direction of travel arrow points. There's often a little white indicator line that can help. So this is your bearing. That's it. You just took a bearing. Here are a couple common mistakes people make when they're taking a bearing. First, they don't hold their compass correctly. Either they have it tilted so that the needle does not spin freely, or they're not aligning the direction of travel arrow with their body. By holding the compass with two hands at a 45-degree angle, you can be fairly accurate with these standard base plate compasses. So another place people go wrong is they hold their compass near metal or electronics. The magnetic needle of a compass is very sensitive and can get pulled away from magnetic north by metal or other magnetic things like your phone. So make sure that you hold your compass a foot or more away from these things. Now here's why being able to take a bearing matters so much in real hiking situations. Let's say you need to leave the trail briefly, maybe to go to the bathroom or to check out a view. Maybe you're hiking off trail to a specific destination. Before you step off the trail, take a bearing in the direction you're heading off trail. Note the number. When you're ready to come back, just add or subtract 180 degrees from that number to get your return bearing. Set your compass to that new number and follow the direction of travel arrow, and you'll walk right back to the trail. This single skill prevents one of the most common ways hikers get lost. People step off the trail thinking they'll remember their way back. Then visibility changes, the trees look different, and suddenly they're disoriented. With a bearing in hand, that doesn't happen. Another application. You're above tree line and the weather rolls in. Visibility drops to 30 feet. In really cloudy conditions, your phone or GPS can lose some locational accuracy. You can take a bearing of the direction the trail is running and compare it with what your phone is telling you. You can also take a bearing of the direction the ground is sloping and compare that to your phone. This is what I mean by redundancy. Your phone can be your primary navigational tool, but you can use your compass to confirm. In this scenario, you can set your compass to the direction the trail is running and keep it in your hand as you're hiking with low visibility to keep yourself on trail. This way, you're not draining your phone battery. Then you can pull your phone out now and then to confirm you're on the right track. These tools can all work together. Here's something most hikers miss. Carrying a compass you can't use is just dead weight. The compass in your pack only matters if you actually know how to use it before you need it. The mistake most hikers make is waiting until they're already in trouble to figure this stuff out. They pull out the compass for the first time when they're disoriented, in fading light, and the weather's closing in. That's not the time to learn. The time to learn is now, in good conditions, with time to practice, where the stakes are low and you can build the skill before you actually need it. If you want to learn the complete navigational system I teach to my students, including how to read a topographic map, how to use a compass with a map, how to use a GPS as a third layer of redundancy, and exactly how to handle navigation when things go wrong, the link to my Prepared Hiker System course is in the description below. But even if you don't take the course, please actually practice the skills in this video with your compass before your next hike. Pull it out, take a bearing in your backyard, walk by that bearing, get familiar with it. The hikers who handle problems well aren't the ones with the best gear. They're the ones who built the skills behind the gear. I'll see you in the woods.